Here's something that will shake up every MotoGP debate. Marc Márquez just made history look effortless, and it's getting downright scary for his competitors. The Spanish legend has just delivered a performance in Austria that perfectly encapsulates why some fans love him, while others can't stand his dominance. For the very first time in his illustrious career, Márquez conquered the Austrian Grand Prix. And he did it in a way that sends chills down the spine of every rider on the grid. But here's where it gets controversial. This wasn't just any victory. This triumph came during the historic 1000th Premier Class race in MotoGP history. Almost as if fate itself orchestrated Márquez to be the star of this milestone moment. The six-time world champion now commands a staggering 142-point advantage over his own brother Alex in the championship standings, raising uncomfortable questions about whether this season has already become a foregone conclusion. The most jaw-dropping aspect? Márquez swept both the Saturday sprint and Sunday's main event, marking his sixth consecutive sprint race double since the British Grand Prix back in May. To put this achievement into perspective for newer fans, imagine a footballer scoring in 6 straight matches while also winning player of the match each time. That's the level of sustained excellence we're witnessing. And this is the part most people miss. The last time Márquez strung together 6 Grand Prix victories in succession was way back in 2014. That was over a decade ago during his younger, hungrier days. Now, at this stage of his career, many expected him to be winding down, not ramping up to potentially claim a 7th MotoGP crown with 9 rounds still on the calendar. The race itself unfolded like a masterclass in tactical patience. Gresini Racing's promising newcomer Fermín Aldeguer surprised everyone by finding that extra gear in the closing stages to secure second place, while Aprilia's Marco Bezzecchi, who had earned pole position on Saturday, managed to hold on to third, despite facing relentless pressure throughout the race. Bezzecchi's story deserves special mention here. The Italian had achieved his maiden pole position with Aprilia just 1 day earlier, and despite a 4th-place finish in Saturday's sprint, he executed a picture-perfect launch on Sunday. For those new to MotoGP, getting the start right can make or break your entire race, and Bezzecchi nailed it, leading both Francesco Bagnaia and Márquez into the crucial first turn. What followed was pure racing theater. The 2 Ducati machines went wheel-to-wheel on the opening lap, with Márquez briefly snatching second place from his teammate Bagnaia, only to see the Italian fire back immediately to reclaim the position. But Márquez, showing the cunning that has defined his career, repeated the exact same overtaking maneuver on the following lap, this time making it stick as he set his sights on race leader Bezzecchi. Super happy to finally take the first victory here in Austria, Márquez revealed post-race, his satisfaction evident. I'm happy with 6 victories in a row, but I need to keep focus. Next week, we have another race. Notice how he immediately shifted focus to the next challenge? That's champion mentality right there. The tactical brilliance became even more apparent when Márquez explained his race strategy. In the first part, Bezzecchi was super strong. But then I just waited. I tried in the beginning, but it was too risky. Then I preferred to wait and attack in the end. This patience then pounce approach showcases exactly why Márquez remains so formidable. He's learned to combine his natural aggression with strategic thinking. Meanwhile, Alex Márquez faced a nightmare scenario that highlights just how quickly fortunes can change in this sport. A sluggish start combined with a long lap penalty, punishment for causing a crash at the previous Czech Grand Prix, saw him tumble outside the top 10 positions when he rejoined the field, ultimately finishing a disappointing 10th. But here's where it gets controversial again. Is Marc Márquez's current dominance actually bad for MotoGP? Some argue that one rider winning everything makes the sport predictable and boring. Others counter that we're witnessing greatness in real time, something future generations will look back on with awe. What's your take on this? Are you thrilled to see Márquez back to his devastating best? Or do you think MotoGP needs closer competition to remain exciting? Does his overwhelming points advantage this early in the season make you more or less likely to tune in for the remaining 9 races? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this debate is far from over, and your perspective might just change how others view this historic season.